Welcome everybody to the amazing evening that we're going to kick off a very important new chapter for the CampExperience Network. This is Betsy Wiersma. I am the founder of the CampExperience Network, known to some of you as Mama Betsy, for the reason of spending the last 18 years of my life really dedicated to how do we bring great women together to do good and have fun. And I just wanted to take a minute and tell you a little bit about the history, because some of you might not even know, where the heck did this thing get started, right? Well, when I moved to Colorado in 1998, I did not have any girlfriends, zero, zilch, nada. And I came and the only women I met were the girlfriends of my husband's friends, right? So I would say things like, well, what are you doing in the world? And they would say things like, well, there's a sale at the Cherry Creek Mall. And I'd be like, yeah, okay, but like, what are you championing? What are you dreaming? What are you growing? What charities do you support? And they'd be like, well, it's a really good sale at the Cherry Creek Mall. And I'd be like, awesome. Okay, where are my people? Where are the women that get together to help others and then build friendships and have fun? So I had the wild idea to gather 15 of my girlfriends at the time and take out a big piece of paper and say, let's dream up a weekend where we're off the clock. We don't have to manage anybody. We don't have to feed anybody. We don't have to be responsible. We just have to be a girlfriend. And we get to make all kinds of new friends. What would that look like? So we took out markers and we said, well, there would be wine. There would be wine. Okay, so we drew that in. It would be a beautiful weather, beautiful day. So we drew that in. We would have angels flying around us, making our dreams come true. We drew it in. There would be pillows with our dreams on them. We drew it in. At the end of this dream session, we had a map and we said, okay, we've just invented the CampExperience Network and the fall retreat where we all come together to make friends and have fun. And I took it to Denver and said, hi, I'm Betsy. Nice to meet you. Would you sponsor this? And the people would say, well, how many people came last year, Betsy? And I'd be like, none. I just made this up with 15 of my really nice friends. But we are going to go across all the organizations and bring all women of all walks together just to do good and have fun. We're all going to succeed by helping each other. And I promise it's going to be awesome. And with the Betsy magic, some of you have been stalked by me before. You might know this. With the Betsy magic and the trueness of my heart and the help of a wonderful volunteer committee and a group of fantastic dedicated sponsors, we have had 17 years of serving over 5,000 people and raising over $1 million. And on this, the crowd goes wild. Laura Smedley has taken a role as the director for Colorado. We've had this curiosity, like who out there wants to get more involved in the network? How do we know who wants to serve on the committee? How do we know who wants to volunteer at an event? How do we know who wants to have dinner at my house or Laura's house or Carol's house? Who do we know? How do we know who wants to step up? And Laura had a fantastic idea. Let's have a membership that helps people step into a next role with us and get more involved in all the fun. So I don't want to spoil anything because Laura's going to tell you all about it, but I just wanted to welcome you and tell you we are so excited to have you on our big membership kickoff, and we have a fun night ahead. Take it back to you, Miss Laura.
Awesome. Betsy, thank you for the background. I think for me, it's helpful to understand where camp started so that as we grow and add new elements to camp, we're keeping the core of what it's all about, which is do good and have fun. Next up, we have a camp sister who I just really love spending time with, and she doesn't live in Colorado, so that time is few and far between. But over the last couple of months, I've really gotten to know Nadine more. And every time she shares something about her experience with camp, I get, chills, I get choked up. I think she really has the essence of what camp is about. So Nadine, I would love for you to share a little bit about your experience with camp.
Hi, everyone. And Laura and Betsy, so thank you so much for having me tonight. Laura texted me, sorry, my dogs might bark a little bit, on this weekend to do this. I was like, hands down, anything you need, girlfriend, because that's what sisters do. Hold on one second. Finn, please stop it. But anyway, so I am associated with Camp Experience. I'm really sorry about him.
You're totally good. It's not very loud.
I don't think you can hear him. So
you're good.
I am associated with Camp Experience through a sponsorship. I work for Babylon Storin, who is the wine sponsor for Camp Experience. But I really, over the last 18 months, have deepened my relationship with camp and a lot of camp sisters in a way that, I mean, yes, it's great to grow professionally through camp. And I know a lot of you have had that experience, but I think a lot of value that has come for me is more on the personal spectrum. Obviously, Babylon Stern, we're very grateful for every bottle that you guys buy and just being able to share the expressions and the wine with you at events when we're together. But, you know, wine isn't everything, although some people may differ, but really the sisterhood aspects have been incredible. And I will say, as camp changes this year, the first and foremost, the thing that I would say the most is take advantage of the differences and those adventures that Betsy and Laura are going to like lead you on. Because my first real deep experience with camp was with going to Keystone with Betsy and maybe 10 other women. And it was such, even just the ride out to camp, I hitched a ride with Jerry Keir, not knowing Jerry at all, and didn't know that weekend and that experience with Jerry alone and the other 9 women was going to change my life forever. Not to go into too many details, but Jerry kind of brought me a little bit of enlightenment about nutrition when I didn't even realize that I needed it. And like, maybe this is TMI, but over the last 18 months, like I've lost 20 pounds just naturally through Jerry telling me, chew your food and like drink your solids and chew your liquids. And it's like incredible. I'm like, I'm not even dieting. And that's what happened. I'm like, Jerry Keir, you saved my life. You changed my life for the better. Yes, weight, but also I think we were talking at Camp and Connections that when you lose things, like when you're losing weight and when you're losing things that don't serve you in your life, but you gain other things. So by losing, yes, okay, that weight, I gained 9. That the start of that journey, I gained 9 camp sisters that I could call in a pinch and, you know, ask for anything. We all were very vulnerable and were able to share stories that weekend that I can't imagine would have happened any other way. And Betsy, you turned me back into using my right brain, getting creative, and not being afraid to do so. Because for so long, you know, like Betsy said, you know, this world is always putting us down. But this group of women is incredible and will just build you up. So it's like, if I told somebody I wrote a poem, or if I told somebody I meditated today, they are just cheering me on. It's not like, oh, you're woo woo, you're doing crazy things. It's like, no, I have a sisterhood. I have a bond with these women that are going to be behind me and stand behind me no matter what. So as camp shifts and changes, I'm really excited as a human, as a woman, as a professional, as all of your friends, to see where this takes us, and hopefully Betsy on her, you know, on her journey too, because she's really the reason we're all here. And I hope that you all make the best decision to stay a camp sister, maybe become a sponsor, because I don't know where my life would be today without this group. So thank you guys so much for everything.
The crowd goes wild and Betsy cries underneath her orange glasses. Oh, thank you. Don't make Mama Betsy cry.
That was awesome, Nadine. Thank you so much for sharing. Again, that was the purpose. You could hear like what a membership benefit is about, right? You're going to save this money, but that's not really what it's about, right? Like it's about the friendships, the relationships, the personal and the professional growth. Nadine and everybody else on this call is a perfect example of that.
Connected. And speaking of great camp experience stories, the next story you're going to hear is from my very best friend, Kathy Hawk. And 15 years ago, she was at a massage clinic, kind of a natural health place, and there was a postcard, Laura Smedley, a postcard about Camp Experience, a print item, and it said, calling amazing women. And Kathy said to her husband, Gary, well, what's this? And Gary said, well, you're amazing. You should go. And from this postcard, she wandered in as a volunteer. And that day someone said, the very best part of Camp Experience was meeting Kathy Hawk. And I didn't know who she was. And I said, yeah, I planned that, sure, Kathy Hawk. So I called her after and said, hi, I know you came in at the last minute as a volunteer, but I never met you. What did you do to my people? They're so excited about you. Who are you? And that was the beginning of our lifetime friendship and her coaching me to live all of my dreams, including tonight. I'd like to introduce you to the amazing, from Get Clarity, the founder of Get Clarity, Kathy Hawk. And the crowd goes wild. Woo!
Good. Thank you, Betsy, and so many camp friends, and I see your faces. Hey, Nadine. Yeah, so when I moved to literally to Colorado 16 years ago, like Betsy, I didn't know anybody. I had one friend, and when Gary saw that postcard, I thought, well, I don't know, this looks fun. I'll jump in. And so 16 years later, as a sponsor, and of course, I'm Betsy's best friend, because you know how that happens. And being involved with camp, whether a sponsor or not, but just as a woman, as a friend, as a professional, as a colleague, wow. So we were starting fresh, Gary and I were starting fresh in Colorado, and every single person that I needed on my support team, from hair to nails to bookkeeping to taxes to nutrition. Jerry also the same as I don't know how I used to eat before Jerry, but anyway, I do now. I feel like that. And then I brought my friend Justine Willis Toms there from California in for a couple of the camps. And what I would say about the quality of people that I meet here is that they come from the heart, and they truly are there to help everybody. So I've been in other groups of women that haven't been so heart-centered. And it comes from Betsy's intention. I mean, when she created it, that was her vibrational intention, and it follows through. I mean, everybody that you meet, anything you need, anybody you need, any support you need, any wisdom, any information, it's all here. And although Gary and I moved back to Bellingham, Washington last year, it was kind of fortuitous that with camp having to go online so that you all can get to experience people from all over the country. And I think that, if there was a benefit out of COVID, it was making it easier to meet amazing women all over everywhere. So I know we'll see many of you and in the near future, and I would say participate. I think the key thing that made camp work for me was participating fully. Like, it came to everything I could, and over time you just meet everybody that way, and it's been absolutely my favorite ever group that I've ever worked with over the years. So
well, thank you, Kathy. And I just have to call out Clarity as a sponsor for all these years, 15 years. They donated for all of our sponsors a class called Get Clarity that everyone got to attend with 2 people every year. And the whole point was to bring that resource to the entire network. She also recruited Justine Willis Toms, who came and spoke, who had me on her international radio show. you know, like it all keeps clicking, right? We just do good, have fun, and help each other. So Kathy and her dedication to this network has been outstanding, and we really, really appreciate you. So I'm going to hit it back to Laura for all the details you've been waiting for. Take it away, Laura.
Ooh, okay. So I'm going to share my screen just so you guys have a visual as I'm talking. So the first thing I want to mention is if you have not visited the new CampExperience.com, you should, because it is a brand new website, new look, new feel, but again, the same heart and the same resources and the same events that are really meant to connect all of us together. So on CampExperience.com, we have our membership page live and up, so anybody in the world can view it right now. So I just want to talk about the benefits that we've created with the camp membership. And again, these are the tangible benefits. These are the things that, you know, you can write on a piece of paper and you're going to get something in exchange for them. These aren't necessarily the benefits that Nadine and Kathy talked about, right? Those intangibles of relationships and love and support. So the camp membership is a year-long membership. It includes complimentary tickets to our brand new Camp Connection Live events. So Camp Connection Live will be a half-day event that we do twice a year. Each day that we do it, there'll be a morning and an afternoon session. So you can pick the best time that works for you in your life. And it is all of the fun things that we do on these virtual events, all the fun things we do at our in-person networking, but you can times it by 1,000. So inspirational speakers, opportunity to unlock your creativity, and really that, you know, opportunity to build those strong connections with other camp sisters. We will say these tickets, we have our dates are Friday, April 8th. And Friday, September 9th, if you need to pencil those into your calendar now. But, you know, we know life happens. So your ticket, if you're in this membership, would be transferable if you needed to do that for any reason. We also, on our website, in a couple of weeks, will be launching our brand new online member directory. So you will be, if you're a camp member and camp sponsors, will be listed in that directory, open to the public to really share all of the amazing people that are in our community. So when Kathy says she needs to find, you know, a new person to, you know, do something for her, all she has to do is go into that membership and see which one of the camp sisters are the expert in that space. We also have, and I'll actually show it to you live, we have a new feature called our Camp Community Calendar. So this is a calendar of all of our camp events, but our sponsors and our members can also list their events on this calendar. And then that kind of funnels into the marketing efforts that we do as the camp team to promote our community. So this is a new calendar. If you want to see, February is going to be super fun. We have coffee and conversations this Wednesday. We have virtual camp connections next Tuesday. We have Thriftanista on February 17th. These are 4 free events. So all of these events are free to come to. And then I'm going to talk about our Camp Sister dinners. So another benefit of being a member is you will get early access and exclusive access to some of the events that we do. One of our new events this year is called Camp Sister Dinners. So these will be potluck style dinners inside other camp sisters' homes. Smedley Events is my company, and we have a product called Better Together Dinners, where we use purposeful conversation to connect each other and uncover our commonalities. So each one of these dinners will have a theme. The first dinner on February 24th, I am hosting, and the theme is gratitude. Betsy is hosting our dinner in March, and her theme is dreams. Who would have thought Betsy would want to have a dinner all about dreams? So that is just one example of kind of a membership benefit where you would be able to have access to these new and different events that we're going to be hosting this year. Camp sponsors are also putting together a goodie bag of all kinds of treats and offers for you. So you will get that as a gift as a new member. And we have, Betsy is known for always surprising everybody with little gifts. So you will also have a surprise gift coming as a member when you join. So membership. $249 for 1 full year. That includes, again, both of those Camp Connection live events. Those events, if we have spots for the public, those events will be $149. So if we're, if we have any accountants or financial people on the call, that's pretty easy math to understand that $249 is less than $298. But that kind of, is our tangible, items that help you kind of understand why a camp membership would be beneficial for you. And again, that's beyond talking about all the, goodness that comes from building relationships with all of us. So that is our camp membership. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and then I'd love to answer any questions anybody has about camp, if you haven't been a part of it before, or about the membership and what that looks like.
Laura, before we get started, I just also want to kick in that the members kind of get the inside scoop, right? So we are going to have 3 retreats in Keystone that Nadine talked about, that life-changing weekend. Lisa Stoll has been there before. I'm looking at a lot of the people, Carol Calkins has been up there before, where we are going to go away from Thursday afternoon through Sunday brunch to have art and insight. That means we're going to set up a permanent art studio for the weekend for you to journal and make things and connect in the nice garage. We have wonderful fun. Sally's been there. We've had wonderful fun teams where we cook meals together to do some bonding. And we just share with one of the camp sponsors that's a lead. So the first one in May is going to be Christy Bell sharing. The second one in July is going to be Maria Borrego and I co-hosting that with Art and Insight, kind of a spirituality weekend. And then Jerry Keir, the amazing Jerry Keir, is hosting the October one. So there's only 14 spots minus 2 teachers. So 12 spots times 3 in the whole year to get to go to Keystone on these getaway weekends. So the members kind of get the first dibs on the spots. So another thing you're doing is kind of saying, hey, I want to step up. Yeah, I want to know. I want to go to the Mountain House and get away, or I want to help with the auction or get more involved with Cobbled Streets, our charity. You're kind of getting on the inside scoop so you get the skinny before the rest of the world.
Camp Sister Dinners, the hosts will be sponsors and members. So if you're a member, you can tell me, I want to sign up and be a host. We'll do those once a month. So we only have February and March taken. So we have the rest of the year to host some amazing dinners. Yeah, it's potluck style. So those dinners are free as well to the community. And then we just ask everybody, we coordinate kind of what the theme of the meal will be, and everybody brings a dish. So super, I think for me, when I introduced the idea of a membership to Betsy, camp has been free, really. All of the networking, all of the opportunities, the times when it was a retreat or a bigger event, people had to pay to attend. But in general, camp has been free, and camp will still have that. Camp will still have free. The 2 monthly networking events will still be free. The membership is just a layer on top of that. So I just want to thank everybody for being here. Betsy and I have worked really hard over the last several months to make sure that anything that we were changing about camp was changing in a way that served you better. And I really do believe that this membership will do that, and will allow us to be able to kind of amplify the work and everything that you all are doing, and will give you kind of that opportunity to go deeper into some of these relationships with camp. Super easy. Again, just go in there and you click check out and you enter your information, and it's a 1-year membership for $249, and you get some really great benefits, both tangible and intangible benefits. So Betsy, do you have any gratitude you'd like to share?
Yeah, so just as a conclusion, we're all about gratitude. So the first gratitude is for all of you. So many of you on this call have stood with us as we have just Through thick, thin, COVID, international disaster, masks, masquerade, have a ball, wearing masks, camp in masks, socially distanced in the middle of it all, sitting outside. We've still come together because the love is the antivirus, right? Love is the antivirus. The more we love each other, we love the world, we help everyone, it lifts everybody up. And that's what this differential in this organization is. The magic secret sauce is, if the answer is yes, and the question is what, then we just love each other and have fun. And that is what is joy-filled. Because when you turn around to meet somebody in this gang, they're going to be great. As Nadine said, they're already going to be on your team. They want to know you. They want to play with you. They want to help you. And so we are looking for a few great women that want to step up as members. You're allowed to share this with your friends, but only the really nice, fun ones, right? No bitches, no bitches. So that's just kind of a rule we have around here. There's no bitches in the Camp Experience Network. So don't share it with those friends that, you know, are kind of mean. Share it with the nice ones. And it's open to the public. We're not going to have that question on the questionnaire, but you know who we're talking about. We want people that are going to love each other and have fun and accept every walk of life. We have no boundaries, no way to be. We accept everybody where they are, and we're so happy to have you. And my huge gratitude is to Laura Smedley. She was one of the blessings of COVID because she got time in her calendar to show up to some camp meetings, and she was so amazing and competent. I'm like, could you please help me? And from that, she kept taking more and more on and came to me and said, I really want to help you reinvent this and take it to the next level, grow this, make it more national. And so you too can live your dreams and we can all do this together. So we're at 8 o'clock, we're on time. Please sign up. There's 8 spots at my dinner and a few spots at Laura's dinner. We want to see the new members there. Thank you for sharing this exciting night with us.